good to separate, like, okay, here's where they stand, but here's feedback that's very specifically for me to see, like, okay, how can I improve and grow? Maybe.
I believe
Exactly.
it's structured that way. So there's like, general questions. What do you like working? Are you satisfied? And then there's stuff about me, and then there's about 15 questions about me specifically, and then there's stuff about the role. Like I get a sense of accomplishment, my pay is appropriate, I receive adequate recognition, all of these things. But Sumaya, I would like you to take a look at this again. Oh, and then there's other stuff like how satisfied were you with management style, training sessions, job rotation, work-life balance, etc. So Sumaya, I would like you to take a look at this again, and let me know what you think. If there needs to be any changes to it, I'll make those changes, and I can roll it out with the next monthly email.
Okay.
Okay. Hajra, are you sure
Okay.
there's nothing specific you wanted to share?
No, that's about it.
Because you busted into this call like, you need to get better feedback from your subordinates. And then I was like, oh shoot, she's gonna some things.
Hajra coming in like it's on site.
Like a storm.
She's like, my one chance, Fatima, you're so mean to me. Every time I take a call, you say something negative. I'm gonna show you. This is your time to get some feedback. I have some things to say. Yeah. Are you sure this is okay?
And then Hajra thought I am not as evil as you, so she just mellowed down.
What were you saying about seeing the best in people again?
I do see the best in Hajra. That's why I promoted her to
Good one,
this.
Sumaya. Very good.
Hadra's OG.
No, okay, I can spin this as positive. She's seeing Hajra as an aggressive go-getter, which is a great salesperson quality, and that demonstrates she's already thinking like a manager.
Yeah, Hadra's
Spin.
like, she's already asking me questions about like, oh, how am I supposed to give feedback to people, to resume writers? Like, could you give me like best practices and stuff? And I was like, yeah, girl, I got you. All right, Sumaya, looks like you already have access to this. Just go to the HR projects and then surveys, and then there's a survey titled Career Tuners Employee Satisfaction Survey. I'd love your feedback on it. Let me
Okay.
know if anything needs to change, and I'll roll it out this month.
Okay. Okay, I do have some ideas.
Okay, perfect. All right, Hajra, are you sure? Nothing else?
Yes, that's about it.
Okay. Answer lock.
It's like you almost want me to say something.
Yeah, of course I want you to say something. What's the point of me doing this call if you guys aren't going to tell me something to work on? I'll tell you some of the stuff that we already discussed. We're going to... Hassan told me to take some course on finances. I also concluded I need to take some courses on HR analytics. I'm going to shadow Hassan to learn more about readiness to grow, and I'm going to shadow Abdullah to learn more about communication. And Sumaya told me I'm way too lenient with my hiring decisions. I need to be more firm with my hiring and firing decisions and make sure we're only recruiting best fit people. And then Bilal told me I'm like the worst boss he ever had, and he wishes that he could quit right now, but he has like children to feed, so he can't do that. So we have that.
No. I don't think
I'm calling HR.
So do you have anything, even if it's something small, like you think I should study something?
This is all, and there's one more thing that I don't know if it's applicable here. I mean, you do already motivate everyone a lot, but there's one thing that I studied a couple of weeks ago. It was an article on management, and they were really stressing on that the managers should really make it a habit to say thank you. Like, gratitude is very, very important. So if they are finishing some tasks, then it's very important for the managers or the people in leadership positions to make sure that they are expressing enough gratitude, and they are they're basically they're basically thanking their employees a lot, just so they're motivated. And
do you know where you saw that article? I'd love to just read it.
Okay, I'll try to find it again. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll definitely incorporate that into my style.
Mhm.
Hey, so Hassan used to do this thing a lot where he would just straight up like share articles with me, and he'd be like, learn it and implement it. So that's what I would do, and it like really helps a lot. So if there's articles that you think I should read, I'm never
Mhm.
gonna take it in like a negative way. I'm always just I like reading, I like posting the things
Mhm.
that I read these days. So just share it with me, and I'll add it
Okay.
to my reading list.
Yeah, I'll try to find the article and then I'll send the link to you.
Okay, and then in the future, if there's anything you want me to read, just feel free to share it.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to build off Hajra's suggestion, if if that's okay.
No.
Okay,
Go
my sandwich has to be
You're the
okay.
one running the meeting, girl.
Yeah, no, but I don't want to interrupt her. But like the concept that Hajra is talking about, that is called use of intangible benefits, and I think that is something that you can explore on your own. Like, don't basically intangible benefits are rewards that employees get that don't have a dollar sign um, attached to them. So, like like not giving gift cards or here's a trip to wherever. So, given our company size, I think it would be really good if you can just study that whole area of intangible rewards and, like, okay, so what are those recognition methods that we can just leverage even more? And that includes exactly what she said, like, giving those little shout outs and thank you so much, like demonstrating gratitude, uh, etc.
Okay. Yeah, I'll study that.
Thank you, Hajra. I had forgotten all about that.
Hey, Hadra, can you quickly message the transcription team and let them know that we're uploading a call in about an hour? It's going to be about 90 minutes to 120 minutes. It's going to need to be transcribed by tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Um. Yeah, Rana's going to kill me. He's going to be like, "You always tell people, and you don't do it yourself." Sorry, Rana.
These are extenuating circumstances.
Not really. We had planned this call like 3 weeks in advance. Okay. Um.
Also, Hadra, is there any specific weakness that you'd like to highlight? Any
Um,
area of improvement?
Not really, actually.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, okay. Then I'd like to move on to opportunities. Then, Fatma, that
Okay.
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to be at the executive level for sure. I want to have directors under me. I want really smart people that are like super on top of their game in their respective fields to be directing various departments in the organization. Starting with sales and marketing, there's a sales department, there's a marketing department. That's a no-brainer. I also want like a director of quality control, maybe a director of human resources, a director of operations, maybe a director of finance, maybe, or like a controller would probably make more sense. And I want these guys to be like in close collaboration with each other, where like the director of finance has a really close relationship with the HR director. So they're like making data informed hiring decisions, data informed disciplinary decisions. Uh, I want the sales and marketing directors to have a really close relationship with each other, such that the sales director is informing the marketing director about, campaign strategy and all of that. And then the operations director to have a close relationship with everybody. So that person is helping the organization grow more quickly, and that there are no bottlenecks to communication and everything is open and stuff. So um, I think in order for me to do that, I just need to continue encouraging performance and ideas, and just seeing who has skills in each area. I was reading an article this weekend on hiring decisions promoting internally, about how you can just make a job description, and everybody, you list everybody's skills, and everybody that has a specific skill in that area, you mark it green. If they don't, you mark it red. If they kind of have it, you mark it yellow. And then You just use that color coding thing to make a hiring decision about who to promote and who to train further to turn some of those yellows into greens. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to keep, a strong grasp of the skills everyone has. So I'm going to have to kind of be really careful with the transition when I hand off HR, because I also want to be aware of what everyone's strengths are, and I want people to still have that relationship with me where they can discuss their strengths, weaknesses with me, and any opportunities they want to capitalize on, and so that I can crush the threats in their path. So I have to figure out how I want to do that. The rest of the stuff I feel very comfortable handing off. I mean, if we had enough size and revenue, I would hand off marketing and sales director positions now. I'd be like, all right, you figure out the strategy, you have the skills, you figure it out. Finance, obviously, operations, obviously, like that's a no brainer to me. The only thing I want to just be a little bit careful about is HR, because then I think I could hand that off as well, because whoever my HR person is, they would tell me, okay, this is what's appropriate for you as an executive. Like, this is what you would do. This is how you would step in. And then they would just kind of dictate to me what I can and can't do. And that's what I would do.
Okay. What other opportunities do you see for yourself?
Reducing my workload for sure. Like, I want to not spend more than 40 hours working. Other opportunities involve a lot of learning. I want to really learn a lot the rest of the year. I think I've been so much into implementation that I've kind of forgot my love of learning, but it's there, and I need to not be so much into the hands-on stuff anymore. I need to take a step back from all that. And because I'm not going to have good ideas anymore if I just keep doing implementation. I'm going to have to rely on the good ideas of everyone on the team, which is excellent, but I won't be able to see linkages between their ideas. And since not everyone talks to each other, I have to do that. I have to be the middleman, and I have to, get people together and stuff. So, yeah, I need to stop working so goddamn much. It's a problem.
Accepting the problem is the first step towards solving it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your time
What's that,
management
Hajra?
course. I'm gonna just let it change my life.
Not only that, but I do plan on holding you accountable this time. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
should, we all
Oh,
should be doing that
that's
for
one
each
more
other.
thing. We've been talking in like our training lectures about like how to have our subordinates be more accountable. I would like to have accountability partners, either like one accountability partner or like in each department, to make sure that the goals of that department are being met. So that's another thing that I need to add to myself for my task management sheet.
I do want to be your accountability partner, but if you would like to have like different partners for different areas, like that's also an option.
Okay, I'll let you be my accountability, but I'll see what is everything I'm working on, and then I'll let you know what the best course of action is.
Yeah, let me write that under weakness आता है वो because it's internal. It's for accountability plus accountability partners. Okay. What other opportunities do you see? So, like thinking about it in terms of like external influences. Are there any trends you want to take advantage of? Any opportunities in your personal or professional network?
Definitely the network. Like that's. I'm just waiting for the stuff to be over so I can take advantage of networking opportunities. For trends, definitely a lot of the data science stuff that the operations people are working on is exciting. We can create better tools that help people, do a lot of the keyword research themselves. That's going to be a huge lead generation opportunity for us. Other opportunities involve the time management course is a huge opportunity because it's going to help everyone across the board understand how to have better work life balances. And if everyone's having a better work life balance, we're going to be more creative and come up with more ideas. we're going to have more time to talk to each other, which is going to help us come up with more ideas. And let's see what else. Yeah, I want to shadow like some of you guys that are, better than me at a lot of things and learn from you and then polish my own skill set. That's kind of a low priority opportunity for me because I have to be very strategic with my time.
Mhm. Right. What is the one skill that you would say, like, I am very, very excited about this particular learning opportunity, that you just be like, yeah, I'd love to learn on this area, and I would like as specific as you can get.
Yeah, analytics. I'm really excited about just simple like Excel analytics. Um, Making data informed decisions, so decision making. Uh, that's what I'm most excited about for sure. Can you guys hear me? Oh, Sumaya's gone. Hi. Hi, Sumaya.
Oh, she's joining back.
I guess it's just me and you, bro.
Yeah. So, Fatima, what steps are you going to take in the future to better your mental health further?
Nothing really. I think it's mostly in control. Just, I don't want to meditate anymore. I think that's making my anxiety worse. Instead, I'm just gonna work out. That's always worked for me. A lot of better, just self talk my way through it.
Right.
Just understanding that a lot of what I'm experiencing is normal. Yeah. Hi, Fatima.
Hi.
Oh,
Um,
hi, Fatima.
so I wanted to ask that, like, for the transcription team, do I have to tell them that we
Oh,
will
let
be
me
uploading a call
Yeah, I got it. Because-
in about an hour, and it will be of about 90 minutes, and it
Yeah,
needs to be transcribed by tomorrow?
let me add it to the transcription sheet, and then you can tell them that Fatima just added this. Sumaya, you got cut. Like the last thing you were saying didn't come through.
I was just going, oh. I
Oh,
tried to rejoin, but it was saying like there's a connection error and you can't rejoin the call. So I just slapped refresh a couple of times. But I heard you say that analytics and like learning from Excel. That's what I heard.
yeah, like Excel analytics, like basic analytics. I'd like to learn.
Okay. Um, is there anything that somebody else would like to add? Any opportunity that Fatma should like keep her sights on? Fatma's having connection issues.
Okay. I think we can move on then to threats.
Yes.
Let's see. External threats would involve turnover. That's something that I have to keep an eye on. I guess if the coronavirus goes on forever, that could be a threat. But I think even then we should. I mean, Bilal, Hassan, and I have looked at our numbers repeatedly. Like even with depressed sales, we should be able to maintain operations for like quite some time. We'll just have to pause our hiring. That's it. But other than that, we can continue growing internally. So that's a
Hmm.
threat. But so earlier this year, when coronavirus started becoming really bad, we came up with an HR risk management plan, a finance risk management plan, and then Bilal's creating a marketing risk management plan, and Zarar is creating an operations risk management plan. I don't know what the operations risk management plan would entail. I think it would just be like, what happens if there's turnover, maybe? I don't know. So I didn't really give him much direction on that. I just kind of wanted to see what he would come up with. Um,
Hmm.
what are the threats to our organization, and what steps can we do to mitigate them, and what do we do when the threat is realized? And then Bilal is going to be fairly easy. It's just like, what do we do when we don't get this level of revenue? How do we adjust our marketing strategy? How do we adjust our marketing spend and that sort of thing? So yeah, I mean, we've been considering all this from a really long time, right? Like ever since the onset of this thing.
Hmm.
So I think we're in a pretty decent place to deal with all of that.
Okay, but like you have given threats that are more like threats to the company. Do you feel like there are any threats to you specifically, personally, in terms of your role? Do you feel that there's anything that needs to be
Oh, I
kept an eye
see.
on? Yeah.
Um, no, I mean there is stuff going on in my personal life, but I feel I'm managing it pretty well.
Mm.
Like, the impending wedding and all of that. But I think it's not really a threat. And other things in my personal life,
Can I pose to you a hypothetical situation?
okay.
So, like you said, you're very interested in like once the whole COVID situation gets sorted out to be more active in professional networking. But what if this situation gets dragged on? So, like, um, how would you pivot that requirement then? Like, specifically professional networking.
So I would internally network. I would shadow some of our, more talented and more experienced people who have outside experience. I think that would do for at least 6 months, right? I mean, the level of experience everyone has and the amount of people that we have on the team. Uh, so